The 1980s wasn't just the decade of big hair and neon colors, it was the golden age of late-night television scams. This was when smooth-talking pitchmen could sell you anything with a catchy jingle, a flashy demonstration, and the magic words. But wait, there's more. These weren't just harmless gadgets that didn't work quite as advertised. These were full-blown scams that bilked millions of Americans out of their hard-earned cash. Products that promised to change your life, but delivered nothing but disappointment and empty wallets. But here's the thing. Many of these scams were so convincing, so professionally produced, that even smart people fell for them. They tapped into our deepest desires. Losing weight effortlessly, looking younger, solving all our problems with one simple purchase. Today, we're diving into the vault of 1980s consumer fraud to uncover 20 of the biggest as seen on TV products that were nothing but elaborate scams. From miracle kitchen gadgets to revolutionary exercise equipment, these products didn't just fail to deliver. They were designed to deceive from day one. And trust me, the number one scam on our list is so outrageous, you won't believe people actually bought it. Number 20. The Miracle Thaw 1987. A simple aluminum tray that could defrost frozen meat in minutes without electricity. The infomercial showed frozen steaks thawing instantly using space-age technology. The secret? Advanced thermal conductive properties that sounded incredibly scientific. The scam? It was just a piece of aluminum that worked like any metal pan. Basic physics, not space-age technology. Thousands paid $19.95 for what was essentially a $2 aluminum tray with fancy marketing. But if you think overpriced aluminum was bad, wait until you hear about the exercise device that literally caught fire. Number 19. The Sauna Belt 1983. This heated belt promised to melt belly fat while you watch TV. Just strap it on and watch pounds disappear from your midsection. The commercial showed dramatic before and after photos of people who'd supposedly lost dress sizes. The reality? It only caused temporary water weight loss through sweating. Worse, the heating elements were poorly made and several units caught fire, causing burns and property damage. The FTC shut them down after selling 100,000 units, each at $39.95. And if dangerous heating belts weren't enough, our next scam promised to solve one of men's most embarrassing problems. Number 18. GLH Formula 1985. Going bald? No problem. This spray promised instant hair using revolutionary hair building fibers. The infomercial demonstrations were impressive. Men with obvious bald spots suddenly had thick, full hair after using the product. But GLH Formula 9 was just colored powder that stuck to your existing hair and scalp. It washed out with the first shampoo, and if you got caught in rain, you'd have colored streaks running down your face. The company made millions selling false hope to balding men, but cosmetic scams were just the beginning. Wait until you see what happened when scammers targeted your most private moments. Number 17. The Bathroom Buddy 1984. This revolutionary toilet paper holder promised to automatically dispense fresh rolls and play warning chimes when supplies ran low. The infomercial showed families grateful for this amazing invention that solved a problem everyone could relate to. For $29.95, you got a cheap plastic contraption that broke within weeks. The automatic dispensing was just gravity. The warning chime? A simple timer that went off randomly. Most units fell off the wall within a month. The company disappeared after collecting millions in orders, leaving customers with broken bathroom gadgets and no customer service. And if bathroom scams weren't embarrassing enough, our next product promised to revolutionize your kitchen, but delivered something far more dangerous. Number 16. The Miracle Blade 1987. This wasn't just a knife, it could supposedly cut through anything. Frozen food, leather, even metal cans. The infomercial showed it slicing tomatoes paper thin, then immediately cutting through a steel pipe. The demonstrations used tricks like pre-scored materials and specially prepared items. The blade was just a cheap knife that dulled quickly with normal use and was impossible to sharpen properly. Worse, the lifetime guarantee was worthless because the company used shell corporations to avoid honoring warranties. They sold over 2 million knife sets before disappearing, leaving customers with dull knives and no recourse. But kitchen scams were nothing compared to what happened when con artists promised to give you perfect abs without breaking a sweat. Number 15. The Ab Energizer, 1988. This electronic belt promised to give you perfect abs without exercise. Just strap it on and let electrical pulses do the work while you watch TV. The commercial showed people with rock-hard abs who claimed they'd achieved their results using only this device. The reality? The mild electrical stimulation did nothing for muscle building or fat loss. Several users reported burns from the poorly designed electrodes, and the FDA eventually banned similar devices for safety reasons. But if you think electronic exercise equipment was questionable, wait until you hear about the product that claimed to read your mind. Number 14. The Mood Ring, 1982. These rings supposedly changed color based on your emotions using advanced thermodynamic crystals. The infomercial claimed they could reveal your true feelings and even predict your mood swings before they happened. They were just cheap rings with temperature-sensitive liquid crystals that responded to body heat, not emotions. The colors changed randomly based on room temperature and had nothing to do with feelings or moods. And speaking of false promises, our next scam took hair restoration to a whole new level of deception. Number 13. The Hair Club Spray, 1985. Not to be confused with the legitimate hair club for men, this aerosol spray promised instant hair growth. Just spray it on bald spots and watch hair appear before your eyes. The demonstration showed dramatic transformations in seconds. It was colored hairspray that created the illusion of hair, but washed out immediately. Many users developed scalp irritation from the harsh chemicals. The company made millions before disappearing, leaving customers with damaged scalps and empty promises. But if hair scams were bad, wait until you see what happened when America's most famous pitchmen got involved. Number 12. The Ginsu Knife Set, 1982. While the knives themselves worked, the scam was in the demonstrations and pricing. The infomercials showed the knives cutting through cans, shoes, and rope, then slicing tomatoes perfectly. But wait, there's more, became the catchphrase of the decade. The demonstrations used specially prepared materials and camera tricks. The knives were decent, but worth about $10, not the $39.95 they charged. The real genius was the marketing. They made ordinary knives seem miraculous. And if you think knife marketing was clever, our next product took deceptive advertising to an entirely new level. Number 11. The Chia Pet, 1982. Technically not a scam since they did grow, but the marketing was wildly deceptive. The ads promised lush full hair that would grow quickly and last for months. The jingle, chia, became impossible to forget. In reality, the chia seeds grew sparse, patchy sprouts that died within weeks. Most people couldn't get them to grow at all, despite following instructions perfectly. The full, lush growth shown in commercials was achieved using professional growing techniques not available to home users. But if you think disappointing plant growth was frustrating, wait until you hear about the fishing equipment that couldn't catch anything. Thanks so much for watching! If you're enjoying this trip through 1980s consumer fraud, please hit the like button and subscribe. It really helps our channel grow. Did you or your family fall for any of these products? Let us know in the comments below. Now let's get back to our crazy list of As Seen on TV. Number 10. The Pocket Fisherman, 1985. Ron Popeil's collapsible fishing rod promised to let you fish anywhere, anytime. The demonstration showed people catching fish from tiny streams and ponds with this miraculous portable device. But the rod was flimsy, broke easily, and was practically useless for real fishing. The reel mechanism jammed constantly, and the line tangled with every cast. Most fish in the commercials were caught with professional equipment and edited to look like the pocket fisherman's success. And if fishing failures weren't enough, our next kitchen gadget promised perfect results, but delivered kitchen disasters. Number 9. The Veg-O-Matic, 1983. This kitchen slicer promised to slice, dice, and julienne vegetables perfectly every time. The demonstrations were mesmerizing, showing perfect vegetable cuts in seconds with minimal effort. But the device was cheaply made. The blades dulled quickly, and it was nearly impossible to clean. Most vegetables got mangled rather than neatly sliced. The perfect cuts in commercials were achieved by professional food stylists, using the device as just one of many tools. But kitchen disasters were nothing compared to what happened when someone tried to revolutionize haircutting. Number 8. The Flowbee, 1988. This vacuum cleaner attachment promised to cut your hair perfectly every time. Just attach it to your vacuum and let it trim your hair to the exact length you wanted. The commercial showed people achieving salon-quality cuts at home. The reality was disastrous. Uneven cuts, hair getting sucked into the vacuum, and results that required professional repair. Many users ended up nearly bald after the device malfunctioned. The perfect cuts in commercials were achieved by professional stylists, using the Flowbee as just one step in a complex process. And if hair disasters weren't enough, our next product promised convenience, but delivered chaos. Number 7. The Clapper, 1984. While it technically worked, the Clapper was plagued with problems. It was supposed to turn lights on and off with hand claps, but it responded to any loud noise, TV shows, music, even sneezing. Many users found their lights turning on and off randomly throughout the day and night. The device couldn't distinguish between intentional claps and other sounds, making it more annoying than helpful. But if random light switching was annoying, wait until you see what happened when Ron Popeil tried to revolutionize pasta making. Number 6. The Popeil Pasta Machine, 1987. Ron Popeil promised restaurant-quality fresh pasta at home with this electric machine. The demonstration showed perfect pasta emerging effortlessly, with families enjoying gourmet meals in minutes. But the machine was difficult to clean. The pasta came out gummy and uneven, and the motor burned out quickly. Most users gave up after a few attempts. The perfect pasta in commercials was actually made by professional chefs using commercial equipment. And speaking of food preservation, our next scam promised to revolutionize how you stored leftovers. Number 5. The Ronco Food Dehydrator, 1986. This machine promised to preserve food for months and create healthy snacks. The infomercial showed perfect beef jerky and fruit leather that looked store-bought quality. But the dehydrator heated unevenly, took forever to dry anything, and often spoiled food rather than preserving it. The plastic trays warped from heat, making the unit unusable. The perfect results in commercials were achieved using professional dehydrating equipment. But if food preservation was disappointing, our next product promised to solve food storage in a completely different way. Number 4. The Seal a Meal, 1987. This vacuum sealer promised to keep food fresh for months by removing all air from special bags. The demonstration showed food staying fresh far longer than normal, with dramatic before and after comparisons. But the sealer was weak, the bags were expensive and often leaked, and most food spoiled just as quickly as normal storage methods. The impressive demonstrations used specially prepared food and professional vacuum sealing equipment. And if food storage was problematic, wait until you see what happened when someone tried to eliminate cigarette smoke with space-age technology. Number 3. The Smokeless Ashtray, 1985. This electronic device promised to eliminate cigarette smoke and odors using ionic purification technology. The demonstration showed smoke being magically sucked away, leaving the air crystal clear. It was just a small fan with a filter that did nothing to eliminate smoke or odors. The filter clogged immediately and was expensive to replace. The dramatic smoke elimination in commercials was achieved using hidden ventilation systems and camera tricks. But if smoke elimination was ineffective, our next cleaning product promised to revolutionize household chores. Number 2. The Miracle Mop 1989. This revolutionary mop promised to clean any surface without chemicals, using advanced microfiber technology. The demonstration showed it cleaning impossible messes effortlessly, making dirty surfaces sparkle like new. But it was just a regular mop with synthetic strings that worked no better than any standard mop. The microfiber was just cheap polyester. The amazing cleaning demonstrations used pre-treated surfaces, and professional cleaning solutions applied off-camera. And that brings us to our most outrageous scam. A product so ridiculous, it's hard to believe anyone bought it. Number 1. The Ronco Rhinestone Stud Setter, 1988. This device promised to turn any clothing into glamorous fashion by adding rhinestones and studs. The infomercial showed beautiful professional-looking results that would make you the envy of everyone. But the device was flimsy. The rhinestones fell off immediately, and it often damaged clothing by burning holes in fabric. The professional results in the ads were done by hand by professional costume designers, not with the machine. Thousands of people ruined their clothes trying to achieve the glamorous looks promised in the commercials, proving that sometimes the most ridiculous scams are the most successful. These weren't just products that didn't work as advertised. They were elaborate cons designed to separate people from their money, using false hope, fake demonstrations, and outright lies. Each one preyed on fundamental human desires: convenience, beauty, and the dream of easy solutions to everyday problems. What makes these scams even more outrageous is how professional they appeared. These weren't obvious frauds. They had slick production values, convincing demonstrations, and scientific-sounding explanations that fooled millions of people. The 1980s were the perfect storm for these scams. Cable TV was expanding, giving con artists access to late-night audiences. Consumer protection laws were weaker, and there was no internet to quickly expose fraudulent claims or share user experiences. The real tragedy isn't just the money lost, it's the broken trust and shattered expectations. People who bought these products learned to be skeptical of advertising claims, but only after being burned by false promises. The legacy of 1980s. As seen on TV, scams lives on today in internet marketing and infomercials that use the same psychological tricks, dramatic demonstrations, limited time offers, and the promise that this one simple product will change your life. Which of these scams shocked you the most? And did you or your family fall for any of these products?